Okay, so I think this is recording number 6. Again, one of my stories, I don't care. I'm putting this for my progeny. In Taiwan, I expect a fucking ECM to take out my computer and everything, so putting videos on YouTube is probably the only way they're ever going to find them. The assumption that the US fucking wins World War III. So, I think this is number 6, I don't fucking remember anymore. But this video, the other ones are mostly about fighting and getting suspended from school. There's a couple more fights I didn't talk about, but this time I'm going to talk about being shot at as a minor. Alright, I'm going to wait for later for fucking Afghanistan stories. But, most, not an unreasonable amount, plenty of Americans get shot at as minors, right? We got a violent society. It's our culture. We're fucking warrior people. We start more fucking wars than anybody else in the last fucking century. America is a warrior society. So because of that, we have an abnormal amount of violence compared to other countries that are full of pussies. Yeah, Jim Beam? If I send me some money, fucking send it. I'll never be famous. Fuck it. Ah, shit. So anyway, getting shot at as a kid. And again, summary. Army brat, Texas, Oklahoma, North Carolina a few times. Sometimes on base, sometimes very far from base world. So, and again, I was born prior to 1980. So back in the day in the South, not really like the woke generation can relate to. Anybody else over 40, 45, 50 can probably understand what I'm going to say. Anybody else, you're not fucking interested by now, because shit. So, getting shot at as a minor. A few stories. Let's expand it. Let's say being a child that people either risk killing or try to kill. I'll leave it off with the best fucking story. I'll start with some real ones. So, first time I was shot at was fucking first grade. I was living in a suburb in Oklahoma. A street called Timberwood Lane. 5 houses up the street, maybe 7. There's a neighbor that my family had a relationship with. And they had a couple kids, one of them my little sister's age, one I don't remember really, and then one that was in high school already. I remember, Oklahoma doesn't snow every year, especially not Oklahoma City. So this was Midwest City, actually. I don't know. So there was snow on the ground. I don't remember what I did, but this neighbor's high school kid, who knows what his IQ was, decided to take some shots at me for fun. Is he really trying to shoot me? Probably not. It's just fucking around trying to scare me. Is it a BB gun or a 22? Man, this was fucking 40 years ago. Statistical odds would say it was a BB gun, but I felt like it was a 22. I remember loud noise, which isn't normal for BB gun. So anyway, I fucking, jumped behind a snowbank, crawled, got behind a fucking brick mailbox, and that was the end of it. Got bored and went away. Stupid story. It's probably a BB gun and my memory's fucking nothing. So, the next time somebody's shooting at me was probably 7th grade, North Carolina. There's a lot of old houses, just decrepit, falling apart. We'd like to go through them. You'll see what weird, mysterious shit was in there. So there's one house near to my friend. It was full of fucking bullet holes, man. People just drove by and used the house as target practice. It wasn't anything conscious. It was just fucking the South in late 80s, early 90s. There's an abandoned house. They fucking took shots at it whenever they came by. Target practice for when you move in a vehicle. There's people in the South generally. That's how we end up with shots. Just for the record, I've hit expert every fucking field test I've ever taken, including with an ACOG while it was raining and steamed up that I couldn't fucking see anything. I just used muscle memory. I fucking laid in the prone and like, this is where the target is. Let me feel this fucking position, and I hit fucking expert without even being able to see the fucking target. And it's not that I'm that good. I'm just the average fucking southerner. So, anyway, the second time we're, fucking around in this old house. And this house was really interesting because it was 2 stories, and the second story had a bathroom. This giant fucking bathtub. But in its old age and rotting, the bathtub fell through the floor of the second floor and landed on the first floor and broke through that. And it just, so like the room was like this little, like a carnival ride with this old fucking bathtub in the middle. So we're in the house one day and, some people driving by didn't know we were in there and decided to open fire. Not that scary. We're all lucky nobody got hit. Third time, actually this probably predates the last story. I don't know, it's 5th or 6th grade. So the house that we lived on, we didn't own much land, but the woman that we bought the house from, her name was Mrs. Head. She was this old lady, fucking 90 years old. And her kids were a bunch of rich, spoiled brats who didn't appreciate the land. They just kept building houses and selling them off that she hated. But me, I loved the forest. I came home from school, I was in the fucking forest until the sun came down, at least. So she let me, she had, I think, if I remember right, like 60,000 acres of timberland. Every 10, 15 years, they'd come in and cut the trees down. So there'd be different sections over time, that were cut down. But she liked me. She gave me permission. I had free fucking range over her 60,000 acres. So one of the neighbors, not her land, had a pig farm. A small pig farm, not yet industrialized. It'd be later 90s until fucking pig farms industrialized in Wayne County. So the neighbor, I knew him, right? He was family of one of my best friends. But he had a problem that people, generally migrant workers, would, come and steal some of his hogs. So if he saw somebody on his land, he'd fucking open fire. So I went to visit my friend, right? I had to cross his uncle's land to get to his land. One day he saw me and he opened fire. Was he trying to hit me? Trying to scare me? He didn't know who I was. I was too fucking far. This is like a fucking half-mile shot. So, I don't know. He shot a half dozen, probably one magazine. Nothing close. You could hear it whizzing by over our heads. But I don't think he was trying to kill us. I think he was just trying to scare us off his land, not knowing who we were. We thought we were there to fucking steal his pigs. So, I guess that's a lame story, isn't it? So the next time, right, I'm talking just as a minor, I've been shot at plenty of times after. This video is going to be being a child being shot at. Next story I wasn't shot at. It's much worse. This one still bothers me. It's in the 5th grade. My parents had both deployed to Desert Storm, again, Wayne County, North Carolina. So our nearest neighbor was like a half-mile away. And I decided to ride my bike to the neighbor's house. I was trying to go to my friend's house. It was further down the street. I'm riding my bike, on the road, but right on the line. And I hear a vehicle behind me swerve off the road. Right, it's like its left tire was on the road, its right tire was on the dirt. So I swerve to the right, and I bend down to keep my balance. Right, I'm fucking swerving, and I gotta look behind me. I lean down, and the fucking blade goes right over my fucking head like that. Big fucking blade. He's big to a fucking 5th grader. But much bigger than my head. And, hand to God, I fucking leaned over and bent over and fucking missed. These motherfuckers were some fucking psychopaths, man. They're gonna cut a fucking kid's head off for fun. Just leave me on the side of a fucking country road. Never figured out who they were. Got to the neighbor's house, told the story. Neighbor was pissed off. He had no idea who it was. Just fucking bullshit, man. And there's other people shooting at me while they were trying to kill me. They're just fucking around. This motherfucker cut off the head of a fucking 5th grader. Because I was a military family and I'm a local fucking family that had gotten away with it. There'd have been no fucking investigation. Maybe the next video is getting shot at as an adult. Thinking about it. And how many more videos I can record before I fucking pass out finally. My progeny, I'm sorry for being an alcoholic. We're a long fucking line of alcoholics. If you're smart, don't fucking drink. Don't start. I didn't drink till I was 40. I was the most successful person in my family. I'd already accomplished more than all of my fucking dreams. I thought, fuck it, I was dating a 25-year-old girl who wanted me to drink when I was fucking 39 years old. So, don't end up an alcoholic. Keep your life in order.